because I am from Canada. I was very privileged to go see Rush in a concert when I was 18 years old. And so I've always been blessed by their music. So I decided that maybe I would pass some of it around, maybe to bless others. It's time that we have new realities and mold them brick by brick, little by little. It's time for the refiner's fire, the blacksmith of heaven blowing. So let's get into changes that will make our hearts closer to His heart of heart. And with that, it's time to celebrate. Let the alarms ring. And in this time, it's time to mold new realities. And so, welcome, love from love, hope from hope, peace from peace. And so know very well that as the story goes, that the men who holds high places, they must be the ones who start. They have to start looking at a different, bigger picture. Narrow minds, the day is over. And so the men who hold high places, they must be the ones who start to mold new realities closer to the heart. And the blacksmith and the artist, both of them, they reflected in their art, and they forge their creativity so much closer to their own heart. And so it's time that we lift up that shining love within and celebrate as the bells of heaven ring. And so in this hour, philosophers and plowmen each must know his part in order to sow new mentalities that will be so much closer to the heart. And it must begin now. Now is the only time that counts. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. So it's time that we sail the seas with our sailboat, waving the color of the rainbow, because we are all vibrant if we will allow ourselves to be. And so in this time, let us start molding a new reality, a reality of love, hope, peace, and faith, that all of us can have much more of one heart at a time as we begin being kind unto others that we can see. Like Daniel, by giving me a nice thumbs up once in a while. For a guy that has 10,000 videos, no one likes me. And you never won't hear me crying about it. But it's time that we can be captains, and love will draw us a chart so we can sail into a destiny, being much closer to His heart, closer to the heart of hearts. And so in this time, let's rev things up and reverse our curse, because you know what, unless we reverse our curse, we just can't get it going like we're supposed to. But even if we go 2 steps forward, 1 step back, let us realize that we're still going in the right direction if we follow the light of love within. That should be a whole lot closer to our heart. And so know in this hour that all of the people who won't like these videos, they must be the ones who stop being ignorant in order to welcome our new Eden's kingdom age being much closer to their hearts. And so it's time to celebrate and know that the jeweler and the refiner, they reflected in their dazzling gems and their jewelry as they forged their love's best imagination much closer to their hearts. So it's time to let that bell of change ring. For it is written that we will beat our sword into the sickle for the harvest of love. For truly the lands are white as snow, and it is time for our love to be stirred up from the embers before those lights dare to go out, to forge new mentalities and to bring it all closer to our hearts. And it's time to jazz up the future, because the tomorrow that is not here yet, it will be with a flavor of hope, because the Lord is singing forth his new song by the words and lyrics to us being closer to his heart. And so let it be understood that both the sowers and the reapers each must know their part, to sow new ways of kindness, like in my videos very much, making that closer to your heart. And for all those repenting of their lovelessness, they can sail off to a brand new future, overflowing with love, hope, faith, and peace from he whose mercy shall endure, as we hold that much closer to our hearts. And so it's time to reverse all of our curses again and again. And as we go forward, in a sense, we won't ever have to look back. But yet, let us not look back from whence we came, for fear that we might end up in some bad places. Once again, places of unloving ways and not much kindness flowing. And so let all unloving fools snubbing my most passionate pleas to begin sharing the love in these videos. Let them hear me, because they must be the ones who start to forge new realities that's closer to their hearts, which I have preached day in and day out. For the authors and the actors reflect such drama in their art, because they want to forge their creativity much closer to their hearts. So let the harvesters and the harvest storemen, let them each know their part, so that they can work together. And then, as they do, they'll sow new loving mentalities so much closer to everyone else's heart, so much closer to our Lord's heart of hearts. And then they can also be the captain, for our Lord of love shall draw a chart. And let all of those following that trailblazer's finest path of loving peace, let them head towards our kingdom age hopes, overflowing glory that can finally cause them to begin sailing away, leaving the docks and going out to the deep. Our priceless pearl of great reward is there, telling us again and again, resounding that all of our hearts must get closer to his heart of hearts. And so in this hour, it's time to celebrate like never before. So let all fools never again rush away from closer to the heart. Let new non-fools rush in. Let them rush in, because they want love closer to their heart too. I like that idea.